This is rather nice. Does anyone know what this is? It's hornbeam seeds. Don't know whether you call it mast. I know you call it oak mast, acorns, and beech nuts are beech mast, but this is hornbeam. See, that's hornbeam. See the sort of bark, nice and smooth, but sort of rippled underneath, like elephant hide almost. Another one over there, and you can just about see with the eye of faith up in the tops. There's still a few seeds left. Look at that amount of seed. And this wood is unusual because there's quite a lot of hornbeam regeneration from seed. You can see it all in here. Let's go and have a look. See, look, here we go. Hornbeam. That's a field maple. That's a little hazel. That's a hornbeam. This bit here's a hawthorn, but behind it is another hawthorn. A dogwood. And then hornbeam, hornbeam. These are all hawthorns. Hornbeam. Yeah, that's hornbeam, not an elm. It looks sort of similar. So yeah, rather nice. Hornbeam's not terribly common. This one's a huge coppice stool. And this is a big old thing that hasn't been cut within my memory. So not been cut since just after World War II. But it's still a coppice stool. And over here we got some fresh coppice. This was done by volunteers this winter. And you can see the damage that the deer have done outside it. And you can see the damage that people have done. This isn't deer that have done this. Someone's actually come along and vandalised this fence. So they pulled it down in multiple places, cut through it, such as that. And I'll take you in there and show you what happens. This is hornbeam. No, it's not. This is elm. This is English elm. And so is that. Hazel. Hazel. This is hornbeam. More elm in there. But you can see that the deer have got in and they've eaten absolutely everything. This is all elm. So this was cut to regenerate the hazel. This is about the 4th time this has been done. And you can see this is what happens to the hazel. It's my hand for scale. And you see it's been nibbled repeatedly. It's turned into this little low cushion. So this means that if this keeps happening, this stool may not die, but it will certainly never grow back to a level. This is a bit sallow, where it can be recut as coppice. And this coppice in here, I know for a fact, is cut for nature conservation reasons. But if this keeps happening, see this one's been hit even harder. Stools are going to die. And the species composition of the woodland, which is an ancient woodland, which was originally plantationised by the Victorians, with Scots pine, which was later felled out, and it went back to coppice. And they've been coppicing in here since 1983. If this keeps happening, then basically it'll start to lose species. It'll start to lose trees. This is a wayfaring tree. And it'll also start to lose ground flora, because although they're eating the coppice now, because it's still nice and green, and compared to the grass out in the open fields, which are just through there, Coppice regrowth is nice and green, succulent and full of sugars. Just don't forget when you do coppice, these trees are old and the root system will be spreading out all through here, interleaving with these ones here, which are all blackthorn and hawthorn. So that root system will be entirely intact because this has been cut by hand. There's no vehicle damage in here. And the root systems will be pumping nutrients into these stumps, letting them regrow. Oh, that there is a hawthorn seedling and a hornbeam seedling. But those will get eaten off eventually. This one already has been nibbled. So yes, this is what happens. What violets. Ground flora is in here. And since they started doing coppicing in 1983, ground flora has improved. More species and more individuals of the same species. Whether it be bluebells or primroses, or other species like perforates and johnswort, which is an ancient woodland indicator. So, all because someone has come along and vandalised the fence, just chopped it down, work that has been done by volunteers has been set at naught. Which I'm sure you'll agree is a real shame. Why do people do this? And the fence over the back has got big gaps in it too, and the whole section from that post all the way through to that post has been removed and stacked in a pile, so it's definitely deliberate. It hasn't fallen down because it hasn't been put up very well, and this post has been broken off. What a shame. But when it comes back, it'll be cranked and it won't come back as vigorously.
No.
We've had all the hazel and the sallow and also the hornbeam, because this is August and it should be a metre-ish high, maybe even taller. And they seem to be hitting the hawthorn slightly less, well it's spiky, and the blackthorn less again. So it's potentially knocking the vigour of the hazel coppice back long term.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a bit of a lesson actually.
What a shame.